I love it. That's right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ranger Wrap-Up here, presented by the Illuminati on That Hashtag Show. I, myself, am Daniel, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica, and to my left is the return of a Henson Bro! The one, the only, Justin Keithon.
Hey.
That's it, right? Is it Keithon?
Keithon, you're correct.
Good. Yeah. See, I know what I'm doing.
Haven't missed a beat.
That's right. I speak words and I am saying them correctly. Today, of course, we have the episode, which is Drill and Thrill from Beast Morphers. But before we get into that and give you our review, tell you what we thought about the episode, we want to go ahead and catch you guys up on what's happening this week in Ranger news, or at least what's Rangerly considered news.
And boy, oh boy, did people get a little bit kind of freaked out?
Oh my God, no. Freaked out, confused, excited, lost their shiznit.
Yeah.
Like, those are words that came up this week concerning one particular Ranger-esque actor.
Huh.
Right?
I wonder what Ranger-esque actor is.
Oh, man.
Like, whoa,
Ooh,
super chat.
Slow it down. Here comes the super chat. So we got a super chat from Kamen Rider Blur01, which says, today's episode was total filler. No major oomph.
And we will get back to that talk in a bit.
Exactly. I can't wait to go ahead and be able to discuss that, give you guys a little bit of info.
Hey,
also,
Miggy,
exactly. I was just going to say, shout out to Miggy. Oh, my gosh. When it comes to people that you love, there are some people that you never forget to mention that you do love, and that's Miggy. Migdaya, of course, always a big player when it comes to here at That Hashtag Show. We do miss you. We need you back as soon as possible because our ratings are plummeting. So, show up so people can be happy and tune in. You're like the Beyonce of that hashtag show. So people love to see you. When they don't see you, they get upset. Moving on. Let's go
back to that hint. We're like throwing a weird hint out there. Yeah. Some sort of famous, possibly well-known, kind of maybe overused Ranger actor.
It's
there
right there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been paying attention, you can go to JDFFFN, I think it is, which is JDF's page on Instagram. And that's what we're talking about. That's what changed the lives of so many people this morning. And that is, this week. Yeah, this week. It's because he's on a trip. And he's in a country that isn't the U.S. And happens to have a lot of, memorabilia and kind of, I guess, heart of what we know as Power Rangers. And he was on the set.
Yes. Okay, we'll just cut to the
We'll cut to the chase.
JDFF was at the Toei Studios.
That's right.
And I don't know if this is his first time. And I don't know what took him this long to finally get there. But regardless, he was there, and of course, when he started posting these pictures, what were people thinking? What do you think people were thinking?
Man, I would want to do a spit take, but I have juice, and I don't want to clean up and then get water and make it all,
be a mess.
sticky.
Big old mess.
Big old mess. So I don't want to do that, but no, really, people lost their minds. All of us went insane concerning it. I saw it, and I was like, what? Oh my God, what is it hinting towards? Is something happening? Which is what everyone else has been saying. We were all concerned that, what's happening is that they're hinting to what's going to be the new season for Power Rangers. That's what everyone is thinking. That's what people are still speculating. Now, we do have some more info concerning that, and that will be something that you'll be seeing on an exclusive interview with Joseph and JDF. He actually got a quote and some information concerning what was happening on the trip and if he was pointing towards anything in the future. Yeah. So I don't want to say anything as far as yes it is or no it isn't. I'll let it come from the horse's mouth itself. Right. This is JDF.
Right.
So we'll definitely get that information. I would love it if indeed they were going to go ahead and talk about Key Ranger. But you know who is talking about Key Ranger? Ooh. Well, funny enough, that is us. Exactly. That's right. Now, Cosmic Protectors.
Yeah.
Cosmic Protectors is a big thing that's happening as far as an Illuminati project, and we are making sure that we are telling you guys about it as much as possible and giving you the best content for Cosmic Protectors. Yes, it is based in a world that's after Soul of the Dragon.
Yep.
A little bit after Soul of the Dragon, and yes, it does consist of, Two Ranger-esque, heroes, etc., etc. And some Rangers will be coming back for that show. One of which is one that we have been pushing towards and kind of giving you a little bit of info on. The color is yellow. And a lot of people know exactly what that means, and that's Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Yeah.
Tracy Lynn Cruz will be reprising her role as Ashley, but it's now Counselor Hammond.
Yeah.
So there's been a little bit of a change as far as what's happened. It is the future, and she is now in charge of a team that will be dispatched to pretty much save the world, universe, etc., etc. You know what? I think what we should do right now is go to her revealing her line art.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and shoot.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Lynn Cruz, also known as Ashley from Power Rangers Turbo and Power Rangers in Space. Here's the first look at my character design for Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors, where I'll be reprising my role as Ashley Hammond. And in this version, you'll meet Counselor Hammond. And for more information, you can check out our Patreon, or you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Cosmic Protector.
Neat, right? So yeah, let us know what you hope Commander Hammond will be doing in the show. What's it been like for her since the end of In Space? Obviously we know they came back for Lost Galaxy, but like, this is one of the things I've been really excited about with this potential project. Is like we get a chance to everyone loves the other Rangers post MMPR, and so a chance to get other characters back from that, and unlike NSA, I love Shattered Grid. I loved Shattered Grid, but the biggest pleasures for me for being in the Ranger fandom was going to the Shattered Grid live reading panel. And it was cool because I loved reading it. It was like another level. Hearing as many of the original actors come back to read their lines for Shattered Grid. I still get chills thinking of the Barbara Goodson coming back as Rita, talking to David Felding as Zordon. A scene that never existed in the show.
No.
So
then we get it.
And get it in the comic, but then it was like an extra layer of cool when we heard them talk to each other on stage. So that's one of the fun things about Cosmic Protectors I am looking forward to. Is we get to kind of do that fun crossover stuff like Shattered Grid, but you get to hear some familiar voices again, like Tracy Lynn Cruz, which is really cool. That's FYI, Tracy Lynn, huge crush on you now as a teenager. So
just letting you know, right? Right now,
I'm gonna let that awkwardness go by right now, and then if hopefully I ever see you in the next. We'll just move on. Now,
honestly, in Retro Ranger Wrap Up, we're covering it right now where she's just showed up in the season. So it's been a thing where I'm just like, But you know what I do want to say to, which is
Super Chat.
Exactly. Boom. So Ryan Cummin, writer X-Aid says, show some love, you guys are the best. So hit us up just to show some love and tell us that we're the best, and we definitely appreciate it. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting Cosmic Protectors, you can follow Just Suit, as some individuals already have on here. I know that Donnie Pearson was just saying how amped he is for this, but gosh!
Come right at Blur 01010101. That's a reference for you, buddy.
Yes.
I know why you. Yeah.
Good job.
So it was so cool watching your SPD Deca panel. By the way, thanks, dude.
Bravo. You did a good job.
If you have not watched it, thank you. If you have not watched it on the #Show channel, the full Japan World Hero panel that I did of both Red Rangers from Japan and SPD Red, Brendan J. McLaren. Is up. The full full interview is up. I had a blast.
Oh my god.
It was great. I also, if you haven't seen it yet, also this week it was launched, or last week it was launched, a separate Brendan J. McLaren interview I did with him at Japan World
yeah,
Zero.
that's right. That's right.
So I got a lot of I got a lot of talks with Brendan J. that show. Yeah, definitely check it out. I was really happy with that panel. It was so much fun. There were some great stories that came out of both him and Japanese actor Saine. And if you their reaction, by the way, if you're a fan of either SPD or DECA, their reaction talking about their first exposure to their commander Doggy Kruger is so good. It's my favorite memory of hey, how was it like when you first saw your commander, a big blue dog who's also turns into a ranger? And their answer is so perfect. So
spot on. Here goes an answer, and it was like, oh, this makes complete sense.
It's so great. I love it. So thank you again if you've watched it. And if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's available on the channel.
It's something to do.
It is something to do. I do want to jump a little bit back to the JDF thing.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is it is still relatively really cool about him, whatever the reason he was there. Just seeing him take photos of the original Dragon Ranger outfit, the original Kiba Ranger outfit, aka Green Ranger outfit, his White Ranger outfit. That's really cool. And I think that is something that it's that's sort of the thing where it's that I love when a Power Ranger actor connects, like my panel, connects to the Japanese actor or the Japanese show.
It helps also because it's not just paying. It's not just hey, I know about it or something like that. It's also paying homage.
Yeah.
It's letting them know I know it came before me, and without it, I wouldn't be here.
Yep.
So here it is, and it's I love that. It also lets us know that hey, maybe they are fanboying out, and that's what makes it even better.
I remember my first MorphCon a couple years. Well, it's not my second MorphCon actually, and it was the year where it was the Red Ranger from Zyuranger and JD and Jason Austin coming back, and they did a panel together, and you can just see how much Austin paid respects to Yuta, because basically it's the way it came off as hey, you gave me a career, and then for Yuta, the original Red Ranger from Zyuranger, he's hey. You let that suit live on past my show.
Oh wow!
And that's kind of rad.
Dang, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. Now,
okay.
There was a new episode of Beast Morphers that came out today.
That is true. Yes, there is. I did see a question first though, and Tom Franco did ask, "Are you going to be playing a character in Cosmic Protectors?"
Oh, I can't reveal that yet. NDA. I cannot confirm nor deny my involvement in that show.
Right. And he puts on the he can't. But to find out more about Cosmic Protectors, we did put the link already in the chat. You can head over to patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors, and you'll be able to support this project to make sure that it comes out as good as we can get it for you. Now, either we're gonna get a large amount of support, or even if we don't, it doesn't matter. We're putting out the project nonetheless.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be one of those crowdsourced things where, hey, we didn't meet it, so we're not getting it out to you. No, this is a labor of love, and we wanted to already, and we're definitely going to get it out to you, and you will enjoy every bit of it. We have so many Rangers coming back to reprise roles or even take on new roles. And that's the great thing about it. So make sure that you guys head on over to patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors and show your support. Right. Now, back to Beast Morphers. We had an episode today, and people are already talking about it in the chat. They're either saying they liked it, they didn't. It's kind of right down the middle. It's really divisive.
Right.
So ultimately, how did you feel about this episode? Before we even just jump right into it, I want to know how you felt.
I feel it's fine.
Wow.
I feel it's fine. And I
okay.
And here's my thing with this show is that I think it is. Here's my thing. I have not talked to you guys at all about Beast Morphers.
No, and I want to hear it. That's why I'm so interested.
So here's my thing on the show. I think it's got a better bones than Ninja Steel. By far.
And is that only because you are definitely a fan of the Sentai?
You know what? I would say no. I think the show has strong potential with its own versions of its characters, with its own version of the world. Despite the fact that, yes, I do love Go Busters. But I think I like their takes on these new versions of the characters. I do just feel like they have a hard time not trying to write too young. You know, so it's in this episode in particular, Ravi has a fear What's that fear?
Okay. Robbie has a fear of the dentist.
Right.
Robbie does not want to go to the dentist because, of course, there is a drill involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his fear comes from something. Hey, look, you know what? Something that can be valid. I'm going to say it right off the bat. It's a fear that indeed can be valid.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's a fear of the drill. When he was a kid, doctor comes in, all right, blah, blah, yada, yada. That's what he does. He brings in a drill. You're not going to be afraid of that. You weren't afraid of that?
Fair. That's right. And here's the thing. I think there's some good comedy beats in this episode
okay, all right.
where they play it up. There's a legitimate, straight up Looney Tunes level cartoon moment where Ravi, Ben, and Betty are all waiting in the dentist's office, and there's this silhouette. Yeah. And I like legitimately thought, now that's actually funny.
Because the silhouette's there, and it looks like there's a face, and then you see this guy with a literal hand drill, and he just leans in on the silhouette that looks like it's a face with a mouth open, and you hear, no, like that. And then they run out. They book. Immediately they run. And then the door opens.
The dentist's like, hey, how's it going? And there's a handyman working on something. And I'm like, see, that's funny.
Now,
that's pretty funny. I'll give you that.
Did you recognize the voice of the monster and how it sounded close to other voices that you may have heard before or anything like that? Well, what it did for me, I'm looking up a little bit of voice acting stuff. So it has what I call the cake voice, which sounds like you have a little piece of cake stuck in your throat. And then when you speak, you're like, oh man, oh, come on, guys. Like, that's what it was. But it was a little bit deeper on it when he was like, I can take care of this, let me handle it with the drill. You know, he was doing like that, and you were like, oh, God. But that's exactly how he sounded. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll get this done. And that voice is just a classic kind of throwaway voice. Mm-hmm. For me, it sounds like one when you don't know what to use, you just use it. Mm-hmm. And that was interesting because it was just like, okay, it's probably someone that's already doing voice work for them. Right. And they're just like, look, we need a filler voice. We don't care. Do this real quick. Yeah. And it was like, all right, fine, here we go, you know? And I did appreciate it, but I noticed that it had to be a filler voice because he only spoke 3 times on the episode. Only spoke 3 times. Now, the monster, very interesting enough, they chose to make a toy for that monster.
Yes.
Why this monster? It was not prolific. It was not special. No. It didn't do anything on the episode that made it like ooh ah or great.
And I can guarantee you, in the Sentai footage, same.
Exactly. So then why the choice of doing it? I don't get it. Hasbro, please at me. Tell me what's going on.
Do you just think it looks neat? Do you just think it looks cool enough, like toyetic?
It doesn't.
I'm not the one making the toy.
I'm just that's true.
No, it is surprising though. It is surprising to see what choices they make.
Okay.
Like that's the one you want to make.
Yeah. We definitely, of course, got a little bit of more insight as far as the plan for the next at least 3 episodes that are going to be coming because there were 3 power draining things.
Right.
So it was like next 3 episodes, I know what's happening. So the whole premise was to get the monster out there. Of course, this was Roxy's plan.
Right.
We'll see Blaze next week. But we got Roxy's plan to go ahead and try to get all of the Rangers' powers. So that this way, of course, she could, if she got all 3, she was going to be imbued with them. Mm-hmm. What's his name, Evox?
Yeah.
Evox's ultimate avatar or ranger. Mm-hmm. I think, and I'm just being honest, I have not seen the Australian episodes because I definitely do not want Hasbro to like send people to my house and arrest me. So I have not illegally downloaded the Australian episodes. Just saying for some people who may have. Wink. You know who you are, Tom Franco. So I did not do that, and with it, I think that he's going to collect all the 3 of the powers. He's going to get his body, and he's going to imbue that body with those 3 powers.
And I'm curious about what that body will end up looking like.
Well, I mean, we have seen the toy that already came out.
Well, yeah, but like, is that official? Is that going to be... Is that officially what it's going to look like?
Well,
is that
in the
officially
Sentai, it is
I mean,
one of the villains.
Yeah. It is one of the villains of Go-Busters.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing. But as I've learned, that never really correlates to Ranger.
Oh.
And like, it's a different company. It's not Bandai, so I understand.
Very
I'm gonna make this
true,
next. I'm gonna make this next point. But all I'm gonna say are two words: Talon Ranger. So, don't really rely on the toys as hints or spoilers. Wait till the episode.
Okay.
Especially when the episode airs legally on Nickelodeon, 8 a.m. on Saturday.
Talon Ranger. Now, Talon Ranger is...
from Dino Charge.
Okay.
And they made the toy.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny, I actually rewatched this old video from a YouTuber named Karn, who has a YouTube channel called Focus Attack. And he reminded me that, like, oh, right. It seemed like they had every intention of using them.
Uh-huh.
Legally, one reason or another, they realized like they can't use them because technically Talon Ranger, in Japan called Death Future, existed in the movie version of the show.
Oh, okay.
So there's a movie rights scenario.
Okay.
I
understand that.
Bandai / Saban doesn't pay for the Power Ranger version. Now, FYI, Hasbro may cash out for movie rights.
Hasbro does have the cash.
They do. So keep in mind there's a Go Busters movie they can use footage from that we may possibly hint at. There also is a certain other crossover movie around the Kyoryuger era that maybe we've been getting hints about. Didn't hints. There's a straight up answer with Austin coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
And his Ranger, Utah, was the one in that Go Busters crossover with Kyoryuger.
Okay.
What again? Wasn't Brennan and a bunch of them in New Zealand?
Okay.
So I don't think the movie issue now is an issue with Hasbro. Anyway, we got on that. Let's go back to the episode.
all right, cool. Also, one thing I did notice.
Yeah.
And it had what's your name? What's the brother and sister on the show? Their names are
Which one?
On this show.
Oh, Ben and Betty.
Betty. Did you notice what color she was wearing today?
What color was she wearing there?
Green.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm just saying.
You know there was a green Go Buster in that
Yes.
movie?
Yes. And people have been saying and hinting that she may, be that.
Interesting.
So I'm just wondering.
Interesting.
I'm just
made this big old point about a movie, right?
Yes, I know you did. And I'm just saying.
It's almost like we planned this. We really didn't.
We didn't.
I was just going off.
We didn't, and I just had to think about it when you said it. So it's just something to think about. Not saying anything more, but I'm just planting a seed. Now, moving on back to the episode.
Yeah. Nate's afraid of spiders, by the way.
Yes. Okay. My God, Nate, you and we are connected. I am not a fan of spiders, man.
Sure.
Arachnophobia ruined my life.
The movie or just
the movie?
Okay.
The movie actually literally gave me arachnophobia. I did not have it until the movie. Oh, I can't now. I can't.
Oh.
We have a super chat.
The super chat is hey, Kamen Rider Blur 010101, and would you want Go-Kaiger Go Buster movie adapted? I mean, the problem is
I love this.
the problem is we have to use Megaforce, and do I want to use Megaforce?
Oh.
Maybe as a way to fix Megaforce.
Okay,
I always feel like they got a bad deal.
Okay, so how would that be fixed?
I think that's a chat for another time.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, all right.
But going back to
I would like to see it. Yeah.
Go back to Nate's scare and yours apparently.
Yes,
arachnophobia.
his fear is arachnophobia, and he did have to address the fear immediately. And by doing that, he kind of inspired Ravi to go ahead and do the same.
Right.
And that was pretty cool, because the thing that we're learning more and more when it comes to Nate is that Nate is slowly but surely becoming the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Originally, I was trying to figure out who would be the heart of the team, but it's always been Nate. Nate has always had moments where he'll talk to someone and kind of talk them down from that ledge and help them in other ways. Now, His whole thing is family, family, family. And then with that, it's sometimes self-sacrifice. And that's a very big Rangerly kind of quality.
Sure.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
And I love that. He's a great example of what you do want to look towards, what you want to be. And that's a Rangerly quality. That's something that I think everyone should kind of look forward to. And that's kind of the core pieces of Power Rangers itself.
Right.
You know, examples. Things that you look at and you're like, yeah, I want to be. I want to try to strive to be. And he definitely does it. Sees the spider, takes it off, puts it down, and then now that he's addressed his fear, immediately he's given that inspiration to Ravi. And Ravi definitely, at the end, of course, addresses his situation and gets it done.
How do you feel about Steel so far?
Steele's overplaying it, and that's exactly what I want. I want him to be that guy that's like, ha ha, I am great, and he is.
You know, he reminds me of like a slightly like a robotic version of the Tick.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is it!
And Nate, weirdly, looks like a Power Ranger-ized Arthur.
He does! And those two together, that makes sense. Oh my god!
One of my favorite bits is like, as long as there's nothing freaky or eight-legged in the tunnels, and then Steel's like, I don't see any octopus standing here.
Exactly. I love that. He's like, I don't see nothing. He's like, no, but it's not octopus.
That's a spider.
Oh my god.
Dude, did you not? Anyway, we have a super chat from Toku Kid.
Yeah, pretty much our very own Tick, Toku Kid, says, do you think we have room for a Green Ranger? Now, we were just talking about it, and the only reason I even know about the fact that there was a Green Ranger for the movie and things of that nature was because, of course, Toku. Toku noticed something and started to go with it, posted things, and if you guys aren't following Toku Kid right now, you are doing yourself a disservice. Head on over to Instagram, follow Toku Kid. He's got an amazing podcast right now. Is it Talk Toku, I think? Or Let's Talk Toku. Check that out as well. You'll learn so much, just as I have. But then again, I'm sitting next to a man that gives me so much information on everything. I mean, the Henshin bro himself. And I'm learning so much. Also, I gotta say this. I just learned a lot about Godzilla recently. Because of you.
Thank you.
I went ahead and watched that movie. Holy F,
the
dude.
original 1954 Godzilla?
Yeah, no, and then after that, the new one, and I saw all the hints and everything towards it. The twins, this, that. And I was like, oh my god, I only know about that because of you.
Thank
so
you.
it was dope. It was dope. Just wanted to say that. Sorry for the small plug.
No problem. Goku Godzilla available on iTunes, and I think, just iTunes right now. Apple Podcast.
Okay, all right, moving on.
Also, Let's Talk Toku. Don't forget to listen.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay. If I'm saying it right, he's probably gonna get me if I say it wrong.
Boy.
Besides that.
No,
I think is there room?
There's room. I think there is room for the Green Ranger. I mean, hey, let's go ahead and move on and now give us our true sixth Ranger kind of, ethic. And that's not something that we would say, oh, okay, we hate or we're against. I'm definitely down for it, and let's make it a thing, especially when Evox is going to show up and have his body. I think he's going to be such a force to be reckoned with that they're going to need one more Ranger. And that's something that I do want to see, and it's probably going to happen after the team-up.
Right.
So season 2.
Definitely 2.
You know?
Definitely for sure. Okay. Also, Let's Talk Toku.
Yes, that's the name of the show.
Let's Talk
Toku.
That is correct. Toku's podcast. Definitely check it out if you have not. Especially if you're a Ranger fan, definitely check it out.
Definitely. So, ultimately, in this episode, what did you think about it? If you have to give it a rating, what are you giving it?
Out of what, 5?
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Out of 5.
3. A nice
solid
3. Entertaining enough. There's some fun bits here and there. And I legitimately laughed out loud at 2 gags. It's the octopus line.
Nice.
And the legitimately ridiculous, silhouette drill thing.
Okay, all right.
How about you?
Silhouette gag definitely had me. I loved it. I laughed. And everything that Silver does.
Yeah.
It still shines for me. The footage is great. Almost seamless in a way.
Yeah.
Where sometimes I was like, wait, is this Toku footage? Is this Sentai or is this Hasbro? Is it? I can't tell. And I was like, I love that. The transition is so good. So for me, I'm really excited about this season. Yeah. It looks good. It gives me hope for the future. So every time I watch an episode, even if it is, like a lot of people are saying, a filler, it's something that I'm watching from almost a technical kind of standpoint, if I'm not watching it to be fulfilled with the story. So this episode, once again, did land in the middle for me as well. It wasn't something that was too amazing. Yes, indeed, it was a filler, but it looked good. It was fun. I didn't get enough fight choreography that I wanted, so taking some stuff away from it. And this episode definitely does get a 3 from me as well. So what did you guys give it? I see some of you are actually already giving it a 3. Common Writer Blur01 is giving it a 3. The others will, of course, kind of provide us more info as they go on, but I did still like the episode. I'm just saying.
Sure.
But it got a 3 from me.
Yeah.
And a 3 from you.
Yep.
Sounds like that actually may be what everyone else is giving it.
The majority of the consensus seems like
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Not amazing. It's fine. We'll see what the next 2 episodes are going to give us. Once again, I'm not referring to early views. I'm going to be shocked and amazed while I watch it, just like a lot of other people as well.
Yeah.
So there we go. The views are coming in. Jared Hodges gives it a 3. The Game's 10 gives it 3.5. Edward Sanchez gives it a 4. So it's kind of middle of the road once again. And with that, we want to say thank you guys for definitely tuning in. Thomas Franco also gives it a 5. And we look forward to speaking or at least talking about this with you next week. Next week will be a new episode, and we'll be talking about it and giving you guys all the most up-to-date Ranger stuff that we can at the same time. So where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at JustinGizon and Instagram at JustinQuiz, where all my various shows will be pushed and promoted on those platforms. How about you?
You can find me on Instagram, Battlestar Galactica. I have a link tree with everything I do right there. That's where you can find out. I'm trying to expand and become this man socially.
It's real tiring. Don't do it.
No, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for
exhausted.
it. Gonna go for it. I'm gonna record a podcast after this. So, with that being the case, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. It was great talking to you guys about what else but Power Rangers here on the Ranger Wrap Up. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep up to date with everything trending.
And geek pop culture. That's more for